The concept of Gibson Publishing started when we launched Gibson TV. And then we thought, as we start developing all this original content, it would be a great idea to have our publishing arm to be able to launch books that would coincide with some of those ideas that we launched on Gibson TV. Now that we've launched the collection and we've got a couple of episodes, we had this opportunity to do the collection with Slash. We thought, well, now is the right time to launch Gibson Publishing, and we were able to get a great team together with Mark Agnesi and Chris Vinicom as our chief editor to go to market with Gibson Publishing.
I mean, there was a lot of highlights for me that day when we were filming his episode of the collection. To be up close and personal with the Knocking on Heaven's Door, Carina Flying V was a really cool experience. The 1959 Darkburst Les Paul that he had just acquired. And I got to see that 58 gold top that I sold him, which is featured in the book. One of the cleanest examples of that guitar that I've ever seen in my life. I think what makes Slash such a perfect fit for us to launch books with is, a lot of times you'll think of an artist and one guitar comes to mind. When I think of Slash, there's a dozen guitars that come to mind that I know by name, that I've seen throughout my entire life.
And all of these guitars are there for a reason. This is not, an ownership project. He's not somebody who's just putting things away for a rainy day. This is an artist who's getting inspiration from a variety of different instruments. And sometimes, in the studio, you just need that alternative voice. You just need that bolt of lightning. I think one of the great things about the coffee table book format, for me, it's analogous to vinyl records. There's something amazing about pulling that record out of the sleeve, about reading the liner notes, about putting that on the turntable, dropping the needle and just sort of sitting back and just really immersing yourself in the music. And I think that's what a coffee table book does. You can sit down and you can pour through this stuff and look at huge blown up macro details of all of the wear and the lacquer checking and the beautiful finishes of these objects. There's insights then in the written word from Slash about when he used these guitars, when he picked them up, or anecdotes associated with that. And to me, that's like an immersive level of experience that you can only really get from physical media.
Gibson Publishing is going to continue to evolve. We're going to keep working on collections, but also we're going to be working on Gibson's history and some of our other brands, looking at the shapes, looking at Les Paul, SG, Flying V, Explorer, and going into the acoustic icons like the J45 and Hummingbird. Now that we have such a great team, there are so many stories that we are still wanting to tell. So for the next many years, Gibson Publishing will continue to be a driving force in what we do around media.